That's me, I'll leave the boat there. Right. This is the wallow. It's obviously being used, it's still stirred up. We've had no rain the last few days, so this is all from being used. You can see there's prints around the edge. And everything is covered in dry dirt. It's good to see. Probably used quite a bit during the raw, but it's pretty late on in the season now, so not expecting to hear any roaring, but you never know. Good to see there's a lot of sign on this track. Well trodden animal trail, lots of sign, lots of poo. So we're just going to keep cruising up because I've got to get up there before it gets dark. I'm about just under halfway. It's hard to be quiet in this stuff, it's super dry. Lots of windfall, lots of leaves. It's just super loud, but I'm really not expecting to see any animals on the way up. I'm just trying to get to the top. Right, about 40 minutes to the top now. It's pretty thick with lots of crown fern, and it's bloody hard work. Been about an hour, and yeah, 350, 400 meters ish elevation. Last 20 minutes has been pretty slow because I've been dropping breadcrumbs on my GPS, just because it's hard to navigate on the way back down, keep this ridge. Every time I come up here, 2.5 hours up, and God knows how many hours down, because it's so easy to lose this ridge and end up in the thick stuff. So this time I'm dropping GPS points every 10-15 meters just to really define that track, because yeah, I don't want to get lost on the way back down. Anyway, sweaty as, nearly through half the water, and there's very limited water up top, so yeah, really got to conserve, ration the water up here. Lots of pig sign up here, which I wasn't really expecting. But yeah, right on cue. The fresh rooting. Wasn't really expecting that. See so much pig sign up here. But I know this place is littered with pigs, so I'm not surprised. Hopefully I don't bump into one in this thick stuff. Big boar. Wouldn't be good. There's a deer up there. Coming towards me. Yeah, I think it was a pig. Heaps of fresh rooting where I heard the noise on the way up, so pretty sure it's a pig. False alarm. Getting tired. This young spiker over there thrashing up against that was pretty cool. Quite an old animal, really poor condition, lots of battle scars. It was a spiker but really long, probably 1.5 foot spike. There's really bad genes in this area because it's quite isolated. I let out a small roar to see if he'd come back, but he went across the hill upwind, which is good because it means I haven't spooked him and I can carry on up to where I want to go. So cool to see an animal. He was probably 20 metres away. Really cool. I'm going to get the pack back on and cruise up the hill. Here's another wallow here. There's been something bedded down there. It's all pushed, squashed down mud. Game trails everywhere. I'm going to carry on to the top, try and find some flat ground to pitch the tent, and I can start looking around. That was intense. Hopefully they haven't spooked everything. So there's 2 hinds over there feeding away. And another 2 just down below it, heading up towards the others. They keep looking around, so they must have heard or smelled something. Hopefully it's not me. They're starting to push on further up, and it looks like they're about to tuck back into the bush. They keep looking back, so there could be something else down below that I can't see, because they keep looking behind them, and they're moving quite fast. Stag with 1 antler just come out of the bush. I'll try and get the camera on him. So it looks like this was the
those hinds off. He's just come out of the bush down below them, and they've made their way up the hill and keep looking back at them. He's letting out a couple of little roars.
Looking up at those hinds up here, feeding away. Not the animal I want to take, but it's good to see. Would have been a good stag, I think. He's roaring. He's roaring away. That would have been a good head. If it had two sides, would have been a real good head. So that stag's letting out a couple of roars, which probably means there's another stag in the area. There's probably its hinds up behind him. So I'm just going to wait it out. There's a big roar just come from down the hill. So they're obviously still roaring around here, which is good. Might try and have a look over the edge. See, because that sounded like a big animal roaring over there. Wow, that's pretty cool. Animals roaring all over the show. I've got to get this tent set up and then I'll poke my head back out to that clearing. But I've got to get this tent set up before it gets dark. There he is. Just too dark for me to get any eyes on him what he is. Well, that's probably me. He's still going for it, but that's probably me for the night. The wind's in my favour, it's coming up this clearing, it's in my face. I think it's getting too dark to shoot now anyway. I didn't quite get a good eye on the head. I did see quite a bit of length, but other than that, I can't really say much, so I think we'll leave him where he is and try and roar him up in the morning. Absolutely beautiful up here. Absolutely beautiful. I've lost count of how many deer I've seen up here. But there is a hell of a lot. So it's good to see. Everything's in my favour. Everything's in my favour. So I should play the waiting game, get up in the morning and go chase some deer around these hills. He's still roaring away. Sounds like he's coming closer actually. But I don't want to roar him too much now because it's too dark. So I'll probably just leave him where he is. Try and get him in the morning. Well, I suppose you should have some food. Beef teriyaki for dinner, I reckon. It's not like I have much choice anyway. Gonna finish this and go to bed. It's probably about 7:30. Heaps of stags, heaps of animals out here. Bumped 2 yearlings and a hind on the top, and I saw that spiker sidling around the side of the slope on the way up, and got to the top, saw 5 or 6 hinds, 1 young spiker, an old stag with a good antler on one side, probably, I don't know, It was hard to see any points, but it was really thick, and probably a really old animal. And he had the 4 or 5 hinds with him. Then just on dark, there was another 2 stags down below me. One with a couple of yearlings that were running around, and another couple of hinds with them, and then another 2 or 3 hinds way further down the clearing. So heaps of animals. I got some good roars out of that one stag, but then it got too dark, so I didn't want to roar him up here in the pitch black. So racked him up, left him where he is, and hopefully still there in the morning. But for now, I'm going to eat my beef teriyaki and hop into bed. Alright, good morning guys. Stags were going hard last night. I could hear, for definite, probably 4 different animals roaring at each other down in this valley below. And they were going until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, so it kept me up for a bit, but it kept the blood pumping, pretty excited. It's quiet this morning. It's been a bit of rain, and there's a front on the way, so I don't have as much time as I would have liked, because I've still got to get out of here on the boat, and it's going to be blowing 20 knots northerly by lunchtime. So yeah, I'm really pushed for time. I'm probably going to get hit by the weather anyway, but yeah, I really don't have the luxury of having too much time up here, unfortunately. Haven't heard any roaring just yet, but it's getting light now. Just looking over this same clearing for first light, and hopefully can pick up on some animals. So we'll wait here. I've got this bush edge behind me, so a bit of camo, so I'm not skylined. And I'm just going to wait here before I move off, because I don't want to start walking down here and potentially spook any animals. So the wind's not perfect, but it is due to blow in my face anytime soon. But I'm hesitant to walk out onto this ridge, because the thermals might take my scent down into that valley where those stags were roaring. So yeah, I'm just going to wait here until it's a bit lighter and that wind picks up a bit. Right, so I've spotted a spiker way out, 3 ridges away. But it's the only animal I've seen just yet. First animal in the morning, which is good. It's quite a way away. But yeah, just going to keep looking. 1 animal down, they're starting to move around, they're all feeding, so should start seeing some more in a second. Alright, so I just spotted another young spiker about 250, 300 metres away. I don't want to take him just yet, but I'm just going to make my way down to this next little knoll here, because the wind's right in my face and I want to look down this gully that the stags were roaring in last night. So should be able to sneak along this bush edge, get to that knoll and have a good look down there before I decide if I'm going to take that one or not. Just looking at the stag, little spiker, and there's a little bloody pig down here. Now I'm in a bit of a dilemma here, because I'm running out of time, but that pig's going to smell me soon, and it might spook that animal. That stag's making his way down into the bush, and he's going to smell me soon too. Do I take him or do I wait? It's been pretty quiet this morning. If I wait, it's highly likely I'll be going home with nothing. But if I take him, that ruins my chances of a good stag in the raw. There's so many animals around here, I just can't move. look to see if this stag pops his head out again. There's another hind just come out right in front of me. Might just wait a sec. A hind just bolted over the ridge and the stag just followed its scent. So I'm going to move on further down. Try and sneak past this bag. It's probably a good stag to take that one. Dropped it. Alright, dropped it. There was another stag down there who was probably slightly bigger, but he was already heading his way into the bush. Beauty stag. That was a great animal. Perfect one to take. Stoked with that. Absolutely awesome. Get a photo of that, take some meat, and I've got to head home. Well, I wasn't expecting them to be roaring up here, but I knew there'd be some animals, and boy was I right. This place is absolutely crawling with animals. It was pretty slow this morning, but just crossed this last ridge chasing some hinds and found these two stags roaring at each other. I'm going to take some meat off this, take the head, and I need to get out of here because there's a front coming in. It's going to be 20 knots northerly by the time I get out of here, and it's going to be a shit ride home. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this one. I had a ripper of a time doing this. We'll catch you in the next one.